For a moment there, I thought that was E.T. E.T., evil twin. Nothing of the sort, just she is the sister of... Anyway, he's hunting but he's on the track. Anyway, I can tell you the name of every cat that's, I won't say lived here, but I can give him a name. E.T. is the one I regret calling E.T. because it was appropriate at the time, because she was quite savage, and Shadow was a cat who was very wary of her. Now she's elderly, she's blind more or less, at least in one eye, not very well with the other, seeing very well with the other. But she's a cat and they're terrified of her because she is mean. She's only known stark survival throughout her life. So I feed her, and there's another cat. I call him Teddy, which is a mistake, because I now feel obliged to take care of them. I'm stupid like that. Some people just... I know people who've had moved into a house, there was a cat attached to it, and it was a cat's house, and they just ignored it, didn't feed it, didn't look after it. I couldn't do that. I find people like that emotionally cold and not very intelligent. It's a great line, isn't it? Benjamin Franklin, I think I saw it recently. People are born ignorant. All of us are born ignorant. But some of us take a great effort to be stupid. Or stay stupid. Totally, there's E.T. There was Shadow, there was Boo Boo, there was Shan, there was Fluid, it's grey. There's Boobies, also known as Leibniz. There's Madam. Snook, so nobody wants a cat. I don't think. Jasmine. Pancake, Pussycat. All cats, all with names, and all just looked at me and imposed a responsibility on me, well, most of them, to feed them. It's like supping with the devil. Long spoon, and don't let him get his feet under the table. So now, as they're aging, cats become imminent loss. I will lose them, and there will be a sadness. And I've said again and again and again, I will not be sad. I will not put myself in a position. Let's turn around. I'm not going to put myself in a position again where I'm going to feel loss. And also I'm of an age now. The cat lives 16, 18 years, and I'm going to be so old as to be decrepit, and I hate the idea. And lots of people do, they have pets and they worry about them. People find out they're going to pass on, they're going to die, and they have a little cat, and they worry that this cat will soon be homeless. And like I said, there are people who don't understand cats. It was a cat's home, you just moved into it and you've thrown the cat out. That is an act of cruelty. It's spring, so the cats, I can now save a bit of money-ish by cutting back on what I feed them, because I can't with E.T. Teddy I can't, because he's young, he's about just a year and a half old, and he will savage about anything out there. Nature ready tooth and claw, but always wants a cuddle. Leibniz, or boobies as they called him. Took him to the vet. It would have been better to give him car keys and give me the injection. Same with Shadow, I think. I'm getting old, I'm getting stupid, I'm getting sentimental. I'm getting broke because it costs a bloody fortune to feed the cats. And other cats. Feline Facebook, I told you about that before. Feline Facebook. There's a black and white cat comes down here now. Don't know why. Well, I know exactly why. He just steals food. So it means I've got to be aware of the behaviour. Cats tend to patrol in patterns that avoid other cats. So it's very rare when cats are patrolling that one cat will encounter another. They'll mark the territories one after the other, but rarely do cats turn out at the same time. They avoid it, they avoid conflict. And it's not because they're peaceful. My God, put a fox versus a cat, and the cat is facing the fox. Guess who the money is on? But like this, it's not the fox. People who have cats tend to be kind. I think it's a fact. Tend to be kind. I think you can do with a cat. You can cuddle a cat, you can sit in your lap. Last thing you want to do is a great big bloody Labrador on your lap. I'm sure they try. Dogs are hard and stiff, and cats aren't. Cats are soft, but nowhere near as soft as humans who are kind. So cats can be a mate, and they can, without any bother at all. And dogs want a pack, want to be in a pack, want a pack in which to feel safe and secure. And cats can give a damn. All they want is to train a human. I just realised my face is melting. Hell of a thing, old age. It just happened suddenly, like with my knees. I got plantar fasciitis, and I went to a funeral and wore funeral shoes, and they destroyed the back of my ankle. So I'm surviving that one as well. And I got no cats to complain to. I prefer cats to humans, believe it or not. There are some humans I like, but if I really liked humans, I wouldn't live the way I do. It's not isolation, it's what I want. And it's not something I've grown accustomed to, it's what I choose. It's the middle of the countryside, and there are cats roaming. I have no cats, and yeah, I'm feeding 3 cats. Here come the bloody jets again. At least got something in there. At this time of day during the week, there's at least one pilot comes round a few times, and we take it for granted he's the one who hasn't done well today. Apparently the first person to fly over in the morning is the station commander, just to check out everything's fine, and also keep his hand in, I suppose. Here he comes. He sounds like bloody Stukas, I think to Texas or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about these things. I'm just glad I'm old in a sense. Unless I was in Ukraine, then I'd probably have to fight, but here I'm old and stupid. Stupid enough to know otherwise. Excuse me. Anyway, kind people and cats go together. This is but emotional intelligence. Cats are called calculating things, but they must have an EQ, quite high EQ, enabled to enable them to control humans. Dog waits at the door. The cat dismantles the door. Shadow used to be able to give me a look, and it was FMB. It's quite simple actually. It was feed me bastard. It worked. And there was the repetition of behaviours at night, about 11 o'clock at night, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, which meant I'm going to have a snack to eat. Having had a snack to eat, I'm going to come back in, I'm going to look at the window. Having looked at the window, this will trigger a new behavioural response of opening the outside door and me going outside and doing my patrol and other things I do because I'm a cat. And I go outside hoping you haven't found anything interesting, because if you found something interesting then I'd be waiting and should have shut that goddamn door, you know. Should have given him his own key. So if you're looking for accommodation, you know, ask somebody if they got a cat. The house, the landlady, landlord, ask them if they got a cat. And if they got a cat, move in. May not necessarily be the cleanest place you'll ever come across, however, it'll be the warmest, the kindest. What's going on? It's dark. Woo! Last week was so warm and beautiful, and this week is not necessarily so. I got tomatoes, I got them in the house because the greenhouse is a state and I'm waiting to get that done. I've got all the equipment now, so I'll probably start tomorrow, day after, and then see if I can get the tomatoes in there. Oh God, here comes beagles again. Yeah, face is melting, old age telling you. I've started feeling it recently, quite simply because something simple, plantar fasciitis, which is generally the result of too much exercise. Let's beagles go past. So the pains, I'm suffering now, the pains of too much exercise, big man. Pains of too much exercise. Repeated exercise. Walking, haven't run for a while. I need to do a bit of trotting. Or I need to get the car fixed and go walk in the mountains. Plenty of knee lifting now. Always good. Always good all over that. Bone density apparently is holistic. I think that's the way you put it. If you work on your arms lifting weights or running, bone density in that area improves, and then at the same time it improves everywhere. Here we go into the dark. I'll be the meanest son of a bitch here, I think, today. I can smell spring. Anyway, cats are out. E.T. has been fed 3 times today. I've learned to give her half a sachet every time, because she doesn't eat at all, and either it dries in whatever passes for sunshine at the moment, and for what's going on, and because the other cats next door come and eat it. We're in trouble. Here they come. Yeah, it's about 3. Hello. My neighbour's gonna grow tomatoes outside. Good for her. I'm worried about putting them in the greenhouse at the moment because there is barely a greenhouse there, but I suppose I should. just makes up a lot of soil. Poor compost and a bit of good compost. Anyway, so better get back soon because I got cats to feed. Sorry, there are cats to feed. I haven't got cats to feed. You can't be this stupid, can you? Wendy, unless you were stupid, you wouldn't be watching this. Take care. Oh, PS. I've got to put a pie in the oven. Steak pie. So it's going to be steak pie, peas, new potatoes, carrots, gravy, and because I'm odd, I'm actually going to have mint sauce with the pie, with the potatoes certainly. Is that odd? Is that strange where you come from? Anyway, let me know what you think. 3 cats or mint sauce. Am I weird on just one count or both counts? Let me know where you are as well. You take care. Bye. If anything in the video resonates with you or you just wish to support, then I'd appreciate if you could give me a like, maybe think about commenting and even sharing with friends you think this might be useful to. Above all, I would appreciate you subscribing as an act of goodwill. If nothing else, it brings no obligations whatsoever other than demonstrates your support and your understanding of my little effort here.